Alright, that's that. That's that. I didn't even check to see if I have any fucking updates on Truckee. Oh, motherfucker. No, I don't. Okay. Remove that off my screen then. Oh, you're loading. Delete that off my screen. Alright, I gotta restart it. It's not fucking working. And I gotta remove Task Manager off my computer so I can see the chat. While that's doing that,
This motor blowing his water all over the road. Yeah. 6 gallons of oil in a quarter of a mile was definitely a new experience. The worst thing about it is I'm still finding oil. Like been washed twice and you still find oil everywhere. It's horrible. I know you had me on the edge of my seat. I was on the edge of my seat at first, and then everybody from YouTube come in and saved the day. Dude, that was the wife even said. She said, you need to get your YouTube channel done, because where would we have been if Tim didn't have a following to put a shout out? We'd have been trying to sort through it ourselves, and we were in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I would be headed that way. Probably would just now be getting out there switching trucks, this and that. And shutting down for the weekend because we couldn't get unloaded with those boats after that until Tuesday. And then, it would have been, I wouldn't have made till next week sometime. Yeah, so that's what I like about the YouTube channel, because we're actually getting, now other people are going to know if they break down there in Arizona. Yeah, those guys have 3 locations. I know one of them's Holbrook, one of them's Flagstaff, the other one might be Ash Fork, I'm not positive. I think that's right. But so that whole area through there that's kind of nothing, they're spread out and have a footprint through that whole area. So it's a really good thing to keep in the hip pocket. So guys, the place that saved our butts, and a lot of you guys recommended them to us, was Murphy's Towing. Murphy's Towing, their channel's Murphy's Diesel. Yeah, Murphy. Yeah, okay. I've been looking it up as Murphy's Towing, but either way, I'll put a link to their channel down in the description and in the comments. It's definitely their channel's a lot like ours. I mean, it's just good old country, hardworking people. I was looking at it this morning. A lot of off-road recovery stuff and some pretty cool content. Yeah, they've got some rotators. They gave us some hats. I took my pick first. Dude, these are nice hats too. Yeah, they are. They give me those to bring you. Dang, I like this. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's the one Nick would have picked for sure. But Nick's head's too big for hats. I just now got these hats. Them guys are already on it. So, I did check their channel earlier today, guys. They're at 22,000 subscribers. And for the way they went out of their way to help us, it's crazy. I would love to see them at 50,000 subs. I would love to see that. I mean, they earned every one of them, honestly. Yeah, it was really, I mean, I haven't had any big truck experience with wreckers. I've had big truck experience with, blown tire, trying to get truck stop we won't name to come out and fix it. And, sitting on the side of the road for 4 or 5 hours just to get a spare tire put on that you have. Yeah. But these guys, once you gave them the call, an hour they were there, they were 45 minutes away. Yeah. No, and the price, what I like about it, so I kind of put them on the spot because I called them and I was live. And, I don't know, I wasn't multitasking well. And, I'm sitting there talking business with her instead of just popping off the line. I'm sitting there talking business with her. And she's like, oh, it's going to cost you around $600. And I'm thinking, how with the darn $500,000 truck you're getting ready to send out? Probably $500,000 a year in insurance, because I can imagine your insurance is more than ours. Right. I was thinking, holy crap, that's a good price. I paid more than that in Canada to get pulled out of the snow in a truck stop parking lot from me to you. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was $800 to go from me to you. Yeah. And from what I'm seeing, 45 miles. What I'm seeing on YouTube too, from the comments, they treat everybody the same. So the head guy there, his name's Jason. Got a beard like us, so he's cool up front. Yeah. Oh yeah. I instantly, when I seen their channel and they had beards, I'm like, yeah, they're good dudes. Yeah. Yeah, they're like us. Their channel's going somewhere. He asked about the driver the night before, how he had treated us. Yeah. And we told him he comes out, he hooks up, dragged us to the middle of nowhere. We just thought we were in the middle of nowhere. Their shop's in the middle of nowhere. Is it? Yeah, it's an old cement batch factory that, I don't know what the story is, that it's not there anymore. They're there now. But they pull us in, it's pitch dark, it's like midnight, their time. Dark, no street lights. I mean, like being in the middle of the desert, which is what you are, really. Yeah. And he drags us in there, and the wife's like, you trust this guy? He's kind of got us in the middle of nowhere. So he drops us off out. I thought, well, we can't run the truck. It was a little bit cooler at night. We could make it, sleeping in the truck without being able to run the air, but it wouldn't have been fun. Oh, it'd been cool. And I said, hey, you guys got Uber out? Is there a way we can get to town? He's like, oh, no, don't worry about it, man. I'll take you to town. We'll take you back, get you something to eat, and I'll drop you off, and then we'll send somebody for you tomorrow. Your truck will be fine here. I live on the premises, so I'll keep an eye on your truck for you. So then he took us the wife starts calling. It took her an hour to find a hotel room. It's the edge of the petrified forest. So there's all this tourist stuff right there in the middle of nowhere. And she called around and finally found us a room, and it was expensive because of the same thing. But so he took us, nothing was open to eat, so he took us to Taco Bell. We tried to buy him dinner. He wasn't having it. Took us to the hotel. Next morning, mid-morning, I get a call from Jason. Hey, we've got the park headed up. We found it, and I think it's Ash Fork. We've got a location there. We had a driver headed this way, so he's bringing it up. We'll have you fixed this afternoon. That's definitely what was wrong, which we'll talk more about that in a minute, I'm sure. That's definitely what was wrong with the truck, and it'll be here, and you should be good to go today. Okay, so a few hours later, they call, truck's ready, I'm sending somebody for you. Just awesome. So Jason was asking how we were treated, and I told him that. He said, good, that's how we treat everybody, and if he didn't treat you that way, we were going to have to come to Jesus. Dang, that's awesome. So, it was just one thing I was worried about was the one and only time I've ever come close to dying in a truck was when my red and black Pete. So when I first started, I had I'd say my second year in trucking, I had a red and white 07 Peterbilt with ISX. This is another reason why I hate ISX. Yeah, so I'm going up the road, following Dad up through Kentucky, just had my engine rebuilt. Sucker throws 2 rods out the side. Alright, this is when Kentucky's getting this big, huge snowstorm. This has been, I don't know,
7 8 years ago, 6 7 years ago. Big old huge snowstorms coming through, right? And we thought it was going to be a little dusty. So right in between Cincinnati and Lexington, nobody would come out, couldn't get a ride. I mean, it snowed. I bet it snowed 8 9 inches in just 30 minutes. Dude, at this point, the coolant's cooling off, motor won't run, getting freezing to death.
Yep.
Up under all the blankets that I had. Dad, I told him, I said, you run on home, drop your trailer, come back and get my trailer, and I'm going to have it towed. Call the tow company. This guy takes like 4.5 hours. Has nothing else to do. 4.5 hours to come get me. And by the time he got there, I literally had hypothermia. Like my fingers were like purple. I'm bundled up and everything I could find. Just everything I could do to stay cold or warm. And then, so we get the truck off the road. I just put a new bumper on and all this stuff. Well, the guy leaves the brakes. He takes the brakes off, hooks it off the tow truck, and it rolls off the hills. And like I'm standing behind this thing as it's dropping. This is my fault.
So you got died twice.
Yeah. I'm standing behind it. One guy's in the truck, like getting some stuff out of it. Runs over his foot. It was just. So that's why I take it so serious when you guys break down. Get right on it. Get your place safe. You get ran over on the side of the road.
We were lucky we had a good shoulder. Winter time, tip to guys out there that haven't run much winter if you start. I've got a snowmobile riding snowsuit, really good. It's a Carhartt Arctic. It's under my bunk in the winter. And those Mr. Heater, propane little heaters, they have oxygen
sensor. I didn't think about it. You're a prepper, so.
Yeah, well, I lived in North Dakota.
I didn't even think. I figured you'd probably pull an air conditioner out of your pocket.
6 years in North Dakota, you learn to keep stuff in your vehicle. So I keep a little Mr. Heater in there under the seat and an electric blanket, 12-volt electric blanket. So worst case, I'm not going to freeze to death.
Well, since you guys did so good, I got you something.
I figured he's going to give me a hat back that I just gave him. Since you're so good, here's one of the hats back. Mine's pretty cool, huh, Brett?
No, dude, I got it perfect. Thank you.
I picked the best one.
There you go.
What?
He got me a card.
I got you a puppy card.
I should have brought Frank.
No, it's actually a Freeville Rescue showed up here the other day to give me money that I told them not to give me. And from their merch sales, everybody went on and bought merch to help with the shop rebuild. But now, so guys, what happened with the truck? Just go ahead and get up. I just don't like standing there still because it's so freaking tall. Makes you look like a midget.
I like you sitting down because it makes me feel superior.
Does it?
Yeah, it gives me this complex.
Well, dude, I'm like working on my figure a little
Me
bit.
too. Hey, I'm down to 210.
I gained, dude, I'm at like 258. I've always been 250 always. And I don't know, I've had an appetite lately that just, I don't know, I've been eating like crazy and gaining weight, and I'm not like it at all.
I'm down from 235 to 210.
Yeah, I know you are looking a lot flatter.
And the wife's down like 35 pounds.
That's awesome.
So it's hard on the road. You eat a lot of salad. You go to Subway and get a protein bowl instead of a sandwich. Because the only thing you can find on the road is Subway.
Maybe it's like stop in, grab Burger King or McDonald's.
That's what we used to do. But you can get like at Hardee's and Burger King, those places, you can get, if you ask for a low carb version, instead of bread, they'll wrap the burger in basil. I'm so glad.
Half on turbo on that thing because they would turn it. They said they take it to the shop, they'll fix it, I had to pay the bill, then they'd send the part off. And since we installed that Detroit in that green truck, they put a limited warranty on it.
I guess you heard it.
Yep. Yep. Darn right. No, I'm not going to touch it yet. I'm fighting them over it. And that's bull crap. As much as I love Detroit and as much as I talk how great they are how much I love their product. The fact that some lady on the phone tells me, "Oh, your warranty's no good because you installed the engine."
We're a shop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're
If there's any shop out there that can put a Detroit together or put it in a truck or should be able to have a Detroit warranty, should be this shop. Powered by Detroit. So that's.
That wasn't planned, by the way.
It's actually pretty good, though. Yeah. That worked out really.
It did.
So guys, let's
the
go
only
over here.
Gentry shirt I had.
Let's go over and check out the Mac and see what the heck's going on with it. But it's here. And like, what, 4 days later?
What day did we bring it down?
Tuesday?
I think it was Tuesday.
3 days later?
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
And we went all the way from Holbrook. We spent a day there. Yeah. Left Holbrook, went to Stockton, picked off 2 boats, and all the way back here. Get it out.
With losing 6 gallon of oil. So let's go. You know, a guy pulls up in a square body with a small block and a 4-speed with a cool shifter knobs. Pretty good guy to have around.
If this truck hadn't had a 4-speed, I'd have punched Nick in the face for buying it. This is what I learned to drive, a 79 Chevy short bed 4-speed 4-wheel drive. That was my first truck, first thing I learned to drive. I got halfway here today before I realized I was floating the gears. It wasn't even intentional.
Man, you just gotta love a truck with some nice meaty tires, short bed.
Dude, they're quiet too. You'd think they'd be noisy.
Dude, I've got one of these and love it.
Awesome.
Love it.
You know what's really weird is I had a dream last night that you were painting this new shop office with cathedral ceilings with one of these sprayers, and you were like on the ground spraying the ceiling with it. I mean, they're not quite that good, but
no, if you get the extender for it.
Oh yeah, no, this was just like you were just like holding the wand. It was spraying like 12 feet, putting a pretty coat on the ceiling. I'm like, man, he's pretty good with that thing.
Oh, it's coming. That's one of them deja vu dreams.
I love this. This is my second one. I had one I bought at a pawn shop and it died, and then I bought this one new, working on the house. And I painted a 2,400 square foot house, the outside of it, in 4 hours.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my garage, it just lays such a pretty coat on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
fills everything in too.
Yeah. Get it nice.
Better coverage.
Hmm.
Shifter, check this thing out. This is the latest and greatest. I'm telling you, this is the best shifter I've ever used, and I'm proud to say that. Available with billet cup holders, and it's got an air actuator. Comes with that. Check this out. You squeeze it, you come back to reverse, you pull her back into neutral, she locks out there, right? You squeeze it, come back down to second gear, pull it back to first. You're in second. Time to go to neutral. Squeeze it forward. This is my favorite part. You don't have to use two hands and push any levers. If you want to go to reverse, you push forward with your fingers. That brings the notch up. Go right into reverse, then squeeze it back into park. So this thing has some of the best flow I've ever seen in a drag racing shifter, and it just feels so dang good. Available in Powerglide and Turbo 400 application. Check it out at motionraceworks.com. No Prep Kings, and Chris and I are here back home working on stuff and keeping things going. So we stopped by the house today and see what Chris is doing, the projects he's working on, and see what's going on in here. So let's go see what Chris is doing today. What up, Christopher? Chris. Right. What you got going on today?
Well, I just pulled this motor out. Lost oil pressure on the test drive, so we're gonna go back to small block with it. Supercharged, pro-charged, nitrous. Just gotta get ready for the show. About 3 weeks to go.
This was you guys seen the video. This was the car that we was getting ready for Holly LS Fest, and right there at the last minute,
Test drive.
it failed the test drive. Actually lost oil pressure, so Chris got it yanked out, and I believe we have a couple of motors on the way.
Kelly's shipping in a small block for it, traditional small block. So we'll go back with that and hopefully have a lot less issues.
Sounds.
So I up on the light. It's all up.
It's simple. Okay, he left before the light come on. His tire cracked before the light come on. Next round.
But
It's over.
But
He left before me and the light didn't come
the
on.
problem is it was my fault. So I'm
It
gonna take
doesn't
it all
matter.
down.
He left before the light come on.
Look, it does matter. I've already made the call. Y'all gonna rerun it.
$100,000 is a big deal,
I
dude.
get it.
He left before the light came on.
Got it.
Tire cracked, light came on. I'm going to the next round. It's that simple.
It's not that simple. Y'all gonna rerun it.
Listen, it don't matter if it's late. He came on, he jumped, he beat him to the other end, and he
We're gonna
crossed.
rerun it. We've already said we're
There's
rerunning
no rerun.
it. We're rerunning it.
That is.
I'll start line. We're rerunning it.
It's.
Look, I admit it. I up. So Disco Dean's car is parked on the starting line. Like, he's clearly not happy with the call that is made, and apparently some other people aren't happy with the call that was made, which is fine. But as I'm trying to get Disco Dean's car off the starting line, Jim Howe, who is not a street racer at all,
It's.
comes out of nowhere and starts yelling at me.
It doesn't matter. You made the rule.
We've already made a decision.
You made the rule. First is worse. Your words.
That's on a clean race where I don't it up.
It's not. Doesn't matter.
It does
You
matter.
made the
It does matter. And I have no idea why he's upset. I don't think he has any relation to Disco Dean. I don't think he had any money on the race. Maybe he's just bored.
You're talking about your real street. You ain't real
And
street
you
at
ain't
all.
straight either. Why are you?
I'm more street than you've
No,
ever
you
been.
ain't. You ain't real street. You're
I
not.
know what the.
Get the out of here. All you know is LDR. That's all you know. Why are you coming at me like this? I said I'm.
Because you're wrong.
And I'm just telling you this. You ain't street. You ain't street. You ain't street. So I up on the light. It's all up.
Everybody's just
Hello.
None of
Let's see here. I've been sitting here trying to figure some shit out. Man, shit's just not fucking going in my fucking direction right now. Oh yeah. I want to see if I can find 2 people. Now they're gone. Really. Tires. Mount Pleasant. Let's go to Tennessee. Screw it. I need to fix my screen though. Over here. Because it's too fucking big. Why the fuck am I getting fucking called? I'm not joining a chat right now. I'm trying to get other shit fixed here. Okay, I need these. I need these to fucking let me do what I gotta fucking do here. Come on, bitch.